Hey everyone, what is going on? So we're actually going to be talking about the Master League today because it does begin in a week. So there's actually three Master Leagues. We have the Open Master League, the Master League Classic, and the Premier Cup. So the Open Master League and the Master League Classic are basically the same thing from what I can tell, except with the Open Master League, you actually can get your Pokemon to level 50. You could use as maxed out as you want. I don't know how you're going to get them. I mean, how are you going to get a maxed out Dialga? You can't get the extra large candies. And then the Master League Classic is actually going to be Pokemon that can't go above level 40. So I think, at least as of right now, that's what everybody is going to be playing in, or the Premier Cup. But I don't think anybody's going to be playing in the Open Master League because how do you get these Pokemon above level 50? I mean, you could transfer Dialgas or Giratinas and hope to get a couple extra large candies, but other than that, you can't get them. You can't raid for them, and even if you could, they're really annoying to get. So anyway, from what I could tell, as I said, the Open and the Classic are basically going to be the same thing, except with the Classic, you can't use Pokemon above level 40. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about for right now, and I will have the Premier Cup as well as the Holiday Cup, so that should be really exciting. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into it. For the S+, we do have Groudon. Groudon is amazing, as we all know, with Mud Shot, Earthquake, and Fire Punch. Definitely an amazing Pokemon. We've seen it multiple seasons already. Ever since it got Fire Punch, it became a top contender in the Master League Open or Master League Classic, whichever way you want to look at it. So Groudon, I love it, I use it, and I probably will continue to use it. Melmetal, same thing. I mean, really powerful Pokemon, gets to its charge moves really fast. It's pretty much a counter to Dialga, so is Groudon, but I think Melmetal is an even better counter to Dialga, so if they save swap into Dialga, you have a Melmetal in the back. That is beautiful. So Melmetal, definitely a Pokemon. Open those mystery boxes because it's a great Pokemon, but you all know that, right? I mean, nothing new. Dialga. Dialga obviously is one of the best, if not the best Pokemon in the Master League. So we all know how powerful it is. You have the Dragon Breath as the fast attack, and then you have Iron Head, and you could either go with Thunder or Draco Meteor. I generally run Draco Meteor, but I see a lot of people running Thunder as well. Both moves are great. Dialga is absolutely a hard-hitting Pokemon, so it's amazing. You'll see it. I mean, unless if they nerf Dialga, there's no reason for you not to see this Pokemon. And then we have Giratina Origin Form, and even though they nerfed it with Ominous Wind, it's still a Pokemon on almost every team. It's not as common as Dialga, but it's close. It's up there, right? Definitely a powerful Pokemon, right? Some people do run it with Dragon Pulse instead of Ominous Wind. I still like the traditional set of Shadow Claw, Ominous Wind, and Shadow Ball, but definitely a good Pokemon, and it hits hard, right? Even against counters, like Dialga is a counter because it's doing super effective damage with Dragon Breath. It still hits hard with Shadow Ball, so it's definitely a powerful Pokemon. I love it. So all these four Pokemon, definitely the best of the best, and yeah, you're going to see them at least one, if not two, on every team, maybe even three. That's how good they are. So moving on, we have the S tier, we have Snorlax. Now Snorlax does completely wall that Giratina Origin Form, unless if it has Dragon Pulse, but it basically completely walls it, and you can lick all the way down. If you happen to trap one, you'll be lucky enough to do so. They say swap into Giratina Origin, you switch it into Snorlax, you're good to go. As I said, unless if they have Dragon Pulse, but even then I don't think it does too much, but definitely a good safe swap. I mean, it has Superpower or Earthquake to handle Dialga as well, so same with Melmetal, can handle Melmetal, so it's actually a really good Pokemon, honestly. I'm surprised more people don't use it, to be honest. I mean, I guess it is used quite a bit, but not as often as you would think, I don't think, but definitely a good one. Snorlax is good in all of the leagues, so yeah. There's Snorlax for you. A new contender entering the Master League is going to be Ho-Oh, and Ho-Oh obviously has been around forever, but it hasn't had Incinerate. So it does have Incinerate now, and I think it's going to be really powerful with Earthquake and Brave Bird. We know Zionic did a video of it. Definitely a powerful Pokemon. He did it for the Ultra League, though. This is going to be the Master League, and it's even tankier. Definitely going to be a lot more stronger. It does well. Again, it beats Dialga, right? I don't know how it could. I don't know the matchup between Ho-Oh and Melmetal. Generally, you would think Ho-Oh would do well against Melmetal, but that Rock Slide would probably just knock out Ho-Oh or get it very low because it's double super effective. So Ho-Oh, I think, is going to be really popular, and I can't wait to try one out myself. Next up, we have Mewtwo. I've hit a lot of steel types, mainly Dialga and Melmetal with Focus Blast. Side Strike is a legacy move, so you could Elite TM it if you don't have it. But yeah, I mean, with Mewtwo, usually it's either, well, it's definitely Psycho Cut, but then it's Side Strike, and then it's either Shadow Ball or Focus Blast. If you go Shadow Ball, you will need to at least Elite TM one of them, because both of those, Shadow Ball and Side Strike, are both legacy moves. I generally go with Focus Blast. I like the Focus Blast for the steel types, but Shadow Ball is good on opposing Mewtwo, it's good on Giratina, so both movesets are good. But there you go, Mewtwo, definitely a powerful Pokemon. Next up, we have the A tier, which is going to be Dragonite or Shadow Dragonite. It's a really good Pokemon, more so in the Premier Cup, I think, right? But it's definitely good. We've seen popular lines like 2-0 Butters use Dragonite. I've tried out Dragonite, and I actually do like it. It's going to be doing neutral damage to Dialga, whereas Dialga is doing super effective damage to Dragonite, so it's not really good against Dialga, but it walls Groudon, which is in the S plus tier, so definitely a powerful pick. Yeah, I would imagine it doing good against Ho-Oh. Of course, you have to watch out for the Brave Bird from Ho-Oh, but you know, definitely a good Pokemon, and I'm sure we'll still see it. Next up, we have Landorus, a Pokemon I personally have not tried out myself, although I am looking forward to doing just that. But I do think Landorus has a lot of play. It does charge up really fast with Mud Shot, so definitely a good Pokemon. Mud Shot and Earth Power, I believe, right? Rock Slide are going to be hitting that Ho-Oh for super effective, double super effective damage. So, and you know, also doing super effective damage with Earth Power to Melmetal as well as Dialga. So yeah, really good Pokemon. It's really squishy though. It can't take many hits, so it will go down generally fast. And you do see these not too often, but you definitely do see them. So I do think Landorus is a good Pokemon. Next up, we have Giratina Altered Form. So definitely a bulky Pokemon. We see it all the time in the Ultra League. Not as common in the Master League, but I still think it's really good. So I'm surprised, honestly, we don't see this more often. I mean, as I said, you do see it, but it's not as often as Giratina Origin Form. Definitely tankier than the Origin Form, but it doesn't hit as hard, but it does get to its moves really fast. So definitely a good one. Honestly, I just finished Best Buddying mine, so I probably will try it out. I do have to give it a second move, though. I think I have enough rare candies to do so. And then we have Kyogre, which is a good Pokemon. Waterfall, doing heavy damage from the fast attack. You know, Waterfall, Surf, and Blizzard. Some people run Thunder for the mirror match. I personally like Blizzard because of all the dragons, and it just hits hard. But Thunder is an option as well if you think you're going to run into a lot of mirror matches. And it does well against Groudon, of course, right? Because it's a water type, Groudon is a ground type. So that's basically going to be the S+, S, and A tier. Let me know what you think of that. And then we have the other choices. Reshiram and Zekrom, they both are Dragon Breath users. They're okay. Zekrom, you definitely see more than Reshiram. You see it from time to time. It's not as good as like Dialga, neither of them. Same with Palkia, right? All three of those dragons, right? Reshiram, Zekrom, and Palkia, they're not bad. But Dialga is the king when it comes to the Dragon Breath users, I think. So you'll see them. You'll see them. It's not like you won't come across them from time to time. But they can't really compete with Dialga for the most part. They're going to be dishing out super... Dialga dishes out super effective damage. It takes neutral damage because it's a steel type as well, right? So again, that could be partially why Dialga is the king of those Dragon Breath users. Then we have Lugia. Lugia does have access to Arrow Blast, so it's super powerful, super strong move, really strong, super bulky. Let me tell you guys something. Lugia is so tanky, it could take hits for days, especially if it's like neutral, or it could take super effective hits, but especially if it's neutral, right? Or definitely not very effective, but then we have Mamoswine. So Mamoswine, more so in, I guess, the Premier Cup, but Mamoswine is definitely a good option. It's definitely a good Pokemon. Same with Gyarados and Swampert. I mean, those Pokemon are more common in the Premier Cup, but they do have their relevancy in the Open Master as well. We do have Rhyperior. Mud Slap is going to be doing super effective damage to Dialga, which is huge. But the only problem is Dialga, it does have to shield one Iron Head, because the Iron Head from Dialga can make it to Iron Head, and it would one-shot the Rhyperior. So even though Rhyperior is a good answer to Dialga, it still has to use shield, so Dialga can still kind of compete with it. Anyway, then we have Togekiss. Togekiss, maybe I should have put that in the A tier. Maybe I should have moved it up a little bit, because Togekiss is a really good Pokemon, and we do see it, right? I mean, it goes head-to-head with Dialga. If it double shields, it could farm down Dialga and take one shield using like Flamethrower or Ancient Power. So it definitely goes head-to-head with Dialga. Then we have Metagross, which I think is a good Metagross does actually double resist Psy Strike, right? No. Yeah. It double resists those confusion attacks coming from Mewtwo. So it's definitely a good answer to Mewtwo. Obviously, Focus Blast is neutral. I think Metagross can survive it. So it's definitely a good Pokemon, and one that you don't see too often. Just has to watch out basically for like Giratina, but it's also pretty much walling Dialga. So Metagross, I think Metagross is underrated for the Open Master League. Then we have Machamp, which, could be Shadow Machamp as well. I'm putting Tyranitar on this list because Caleb Peng made an awesome Shadow Tyranitar video during one season. I loved it, and I think it has a lot of play. It beats a lot of solid picks. Definitely super powerful, right? Then we have the solid team options. I am going with the team I used, I think, in Season 3 or 4. This is before I had a Best Buddy Dialga. I used Groudon, Mewtwo, and Melmetal. So it has... Well, you could argue that there's 3 answers to Dialga on this team. You definitely have the Melmetal and the Groudon, which answer Dialga. My Mewtwo had Focus Blast, which could answer Dialga, but Dialga could also shield it. It kind of could go either way, but definitely a pretty good pick. I'll probably use this team again. Which reminds me, guys, you do need a Best Buddy Dialga. You can't go with Dialga if it's not Best Buddied. As well as, I think the minimum needs to be 15, 15, 12, or is it 15, 14, 12? I'm not too sure. I have a 15, 15, 12, so mine is probably as low as you want to go. You need that 15 attack, and you need a high defense as well. I don't know if it's 14 or 15, but you definitely need a Best Buddy one as well. Next team is going to be Dialga, Giratina, and Melmetal. Very standard team. I mean, you have that very powerful lead, Dialga. Very powerful team. Then we have Super Saiyan Sensei's team, SSS, right? Very amazing streamer. Definitely go check him out on Twitch, Super Saiyan Sensei. And he's been using this team for a couple seasons, I think. Going to be leading with that Kyogre. And if you lose the lead, you safe swap into Dialga. I think with this team, I actually went on a 17-game win streak or a 16-game win streak, something like that. So this team is very powerful. As I said, even if you lose the lead, if they lead with Giratina, you safe swap into Dialga. Dialga is such a good safe swap. The hardest answer to it is Melmetal. Groudon, I guess, obviously Groudon is a good answer to it, but if Dialga has energy, it's going to be able to reach that Iron Head first, and it's going to be able to threaten a shield. So Groudon might want to shield that, and then you'll be able to pick up shield advantage and lose the Dialga, totally fine. Bring in Kyogre and farm down with Waterfall, and you'll be at shield advantage. You'll have energy on Kyogre. So definitely a very powerful team, and a team I probably will try again this season once Master League begins. Anyway, this is the Master League Season 6. I will be doing the Premier Cup and the Holiday Cup, which begin the same time the Master League Open and Classic begin. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye.